Ask the 8-Ball is brought to you by BBops, where chocolate shakes just above $1. Also, Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, now available at Lowe's stores everywhere.
Hi, I'm Quinn, and I'm listening to my daddy and Cody.
Pay attention to us, Walt.
Well, it's hard when I'm not looking at you.
Cody needs all the attention paid to him. Hold on. I gotta
Marshall,
find my
can
notes.
you do a radio voice? Tell us what the weather currently is.
It gonna rain.
It gonna rain.
Isn't that from Family
Family Guy.
Yeah. We tried to get on Hello Iowa,
Still working on that because I'm.
and we had the idea of what they were like, you guys gotta do something creative, blah blah. We're like, all right, we're gonna go outside and tell you what the weather is currently doing.
Yeah,
They didn't respond back.
they didn't like that idea.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up, Cody?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Oh, not a lot. What's new?
I don't know, man. Let's ask the 8-Ball. All right, here we
Are
go.
we ready?
Ready.
Are we ready to rumble? I was watching UFC last weekend, so I'm ready for it.
Welcome back, guys. This is an episode I'm super excited. I've been wanting to bring this guest back since we had him on last time. I feel like we
all of
didn't.
our previous guests, Cody was not excited that you were on the show.
I feel
Exactly.
like we didn't get to
understand
hear
that.
all the cool stories on last time's episode. So,
Yeah.
Walt Lehmann, thanks for coming back.
Well, I appreciate being asked back. Yeah, I had a good time last time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We were gonna wear our wolf shirts, but it's a little warm out today.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, we'll have to. I'll maybe make a third. Has anyone done 3 yet?
No.
David Prinz.
Well, only two
but
released.
those don't really-
Yeah, only
Two
two.
released.
Yeah.
He's done 3, only 2 got released.
Okay. Well, fair enough. We could maybe once it gets a little cooler out,
Yeah.
Do again, and then
we
we'll
can
have
break those out.
Then instead of a WBS,
But
it'll
right
be a
now, yeah,
WBF.
it's White Boy Summer right now, so we're celebrating right now. Of course.
Cody News on the White
I
Boy
don't know
Summer shirt.
Who is that?
That's Tom Hanks' son.
Chet Hanks.
Oh,
man.
it is. He
Yeah.
was on
Top 5 greatest white
Empire.
rappers of all time.
Empire. Yeah.
Who are the top 5? I think we talked about this last time.
Top
Well,
five
we
what?
did top 5 rappers. We didn't do. Did we do
top 5
white rappers?
Oh, I don't think we did. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
But Chet Hanks is now in that list.
Top 5?
I don't know. That's what you just said.
Yeah, he's 5 probably.
Yeah. Have you heard the song White Boy Summer?
Yes.
You got to look it up on
It's-
YouTube. It is a
fantastic.
great. All it is basically the entire video is him kneeling down in front of a classic vehicle with butts clapping in his face.
Yeah, it's
what,
great.
what more can you
Twerking.
want for?
Really, I mean that's a creative video from the son of Tom Hanks.
Yeah. And his other son is Colin Hanks, who is a complete opposite.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Came from the same mother and father too. I mean that's the incredible part of
It's
it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
He makes bangers.
Makes bangers.
Yeah.
He does.
White Boy Summer bangers.
Who
Speaking
makes better music? Him or DDEP?
Well, now you're getting to a whole new level of
Yeah.
nothing but
I mean,
bangers.
what do you consider better?
And, well, speaking of bangers, let's shout out where we're at tonight. Truman's Pizza and Tavern. I said and Tavern because they're pizza and they're a tavern. But Saturdays they have brunch and bangers with DJ Jimmy Jim. I highly recommend
Do
it.
they actually have bangers too?
He's playing bangers. Not
But
like,
do
not like
they,
the British way.
Right, but I was going to say, do they have, that would be even better.
Oh,
If they had
brunch,
banger-
bangers, and bangers?
Yes.
Oh.
Double
We have to talk to Chris about
banger
this.
squared.
Bangers squared.
Or do like some sort of banger, their specialty pizza. They got the French dip pizza.
Yeah.
Let's get a banger pizza.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect for bangers.
I mean, it's
bangers.
sausage.
Bangers and
Throw,
bangers.
throw bangers on a pizza.
We're going to talk to Chris about this on the break.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
all
all good.
So last time after the show, we had talked about. I believe you've met a lot of famous people.
I've been lucky to, yes, meet a lot of famous people and just become acquaintances through acquaintances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong. You met Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
So before I made the logical next step of becoming in the car sale business,
Logically.
I was a television sports anchor for 8.5 years.
Okay.
So
Whammy.
in doing that, you meet or interview a lot of famous people. So yeah, I mean from Tiger Woods to Michael Jordan to Charles Barkley to I mean you name it. I probably, if it was somebody from like 98 to like 2004,
Okay.
I probably interviewed him.
What was
Who's an asshole? Like, just stood out to you like this guy was just
pretty
a
much
dick.
every NBA player is an asshole.
Okay.
NHL by far the best.
Really?
Okay.
By far. They're all kind of they come off as I mean, a lot of them are Canadian, small town guys. They leave home when they're 15,
Northern
16.
Minnesota.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Major League Baseball guys are good because regardless of if you're a number one pick, you're not going to the majors.
Right.
You're going to start in Double A or Single A and work your way up. But NBA players by far, probably Alonzo Mourning was a huge asshole. But then you get into there were some golfers. What's his name from Germany? Older guy now. He plays at the
Senior tour?
yeah. I can't remember. He was a huge asshole.
Lee Trevino.
Yeah, close.
Let's call Lee Trevino.
Close.
Lee Trevino.
Dale
asshole.
Earnhardt,
Payne Stewart.
kind of an asshole.
Well, teach
Payne
him.
Stewart, I actually interviewed
Did you really?
at Harbortown, which is in Hilton Head,
Okay.
South Carolina.
What was that like?
I had a red polo shirt on,
Okay.
and he was coming off the green, and I jokingly, all these people are like, Payne, sign this, Payne, sign this. I go, Payne, will you sign my breasts? And he signed across
Did he
my
really?
red golf shirt, which I have framed in my basement right now.
That's awesome.
Ricky Bobby style.
Yes.
Yeah.
But another story about that is, so I don't know if you remember how Payne Stewart died.
Plane crash, right?
But the plane
Oh, yeah.
crash was the plane decompressed like instantaneously and killed everyone on the plane like right away. And it was on autopilot for like 3 hours and ended up crashing in like, I want to say like North Dakota or South Dakota.
Mountains or something, right?
Like it flew forever. Well, I had that shirt for a super long time, and my mom asked me, it was either what did I want for Christmas, what I want for my birthday. I said, I'd really like that Payne Stewart shirt framed.
Yeah.
And so one day she finally was like, you know what, I'm going to take it and get it framed. She takes it to the framing place, comes home, is eating lunch, turns on the TV, and Payne Stewart's plane is flying to his demise.
Wow.
So she jumps in the car, drives back to the place, grabs the shirt, says, I'll bring it back another time.
Yeah.
And brought it back later, but
Didn't
yeah.
want somebody taking it or something?
Well, yeah, or selling it on eBay for whatever, but
Right.
so yeah, I still have that shirt.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. I'm kind of jealous.
So, yeah.
That was what? That was like 96.
That would have
wasn't
been like
98?
97, 98-ish, around there, yeah.
So, like the last two people you said you met both died.
Dale Earnhardt, yes. I was. Who was that?
Dale Earnhardt, Payne Stewart. Like you named
Yeah.
2 in a row.
So
dead.
Dale Earnhardt, I was
Did you meet
at.
Kobe too?
I did not meet
Because if
Kobe.
not, we were going to be fighting.
But Kobe did play for a rival high school of mine outside of Philadelphia.
Yep.
He went to
Lower Marion.
Lower Marion, and I was Downingtown. So, yeah, we played them in most sports. Dale Earnhardt, I was at Daytona when that happened.
Seriously.
And that was an insane deal with that as well. He crashed in the last turn trying to. So it's weird in NASCAR because you can race for a team
Yep.
and own another team that races against you trying to win.
Yeah.
So his son and Michael Waltrip raced for Dale Earnhardt Racing, and Dale Earnhardt raced for I don't remember who. So he was blocking, trying to, because Waltrip was 1, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was number 2, and he was blocking Sterling Marlin and a couple other guys so that they could win. And he went down to block Sterling Marlin and spun and hit. There was a crash earlier in the race, Tony Stewart, where he flipped and rolled and all that and walked away from it.
Yeah.
When you saw the crash, Dale Earnhardt's crash, you didn't think anything of it. Well, he was sitting there for a long time, and then the helicopter came, and there's a hospital right across the street from the track.
Okay.
So when a helicopter comes, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then everyone's kind of milling around, and we're in Victory Lane, and it's just something's not right. And then probably an hour or two later, the president, I think his name was Michael France, came, and you've probably seen the press conference, we've lost Dale Earnhardt. And everyone was just like, it was like if you lost Michael Jordan during his prime. You know,
Right.
it was that big of a hit. And living in South Carolina, you can imagine
Oh, I bet.
what that was like. So I'm glad I'm bringing you guys up. This
No,
Yeah,
it
you're
was-
all
it
kinds of
wasn't quite as big of a
positivity.
hit as the wall was, but
Yeah,
you know.
Jesus.
No. Well, they said it wasn't the actual crash. It was the immediate stop
Yeah.
Oh,
that actually did it.
gotcha.
He like broke his neck,
Well,
right?
when you go, 190 to 0. So that's why now they have the Hans device, head and neck restraints.
Yeah.
But
I
yes,
thought the Hans device was the guy from Mighty Ducks that they did the circle on, and
there's
is that
two
Hans
different
sharpen
Hans
their
devices.
skates?
Yeah.
So
wrong,
you're
wrong sport.
okay. So you're an avid golfer.
I like golfing. Played today. Got 18 in today.
Who's a better golfer, you or Charles Barkley?
Do you know what Charles Barkley's handicap is?
Well, I know he finished like 81st in
I
this
think
golf
his,
tournament last
I
weekend.
think his brain's probably his
Yeah,
handicap.
I would say. I would say we'd probably be pretty close. I've got to imagine he's.
Barkley's a pretty
Shoots
he's
under
a pretty
90.
Decent, he's a pretty decent golfer.
Yeah, I think we'd be pretty close.
I'm gonna look up his handicap.
I literally just today signed up to get my handicap again because I haven't played enough.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. I was when I was at my best, I was about an 8.
Okay.
I shot an 86 today. I finished with 3 double bogeys,
Oh, jeez. That'll
So-
hurt a little bit.
but it's all good. I got new clubs a couple weeks ago, trying to dial those in, and
Is there?
but yes,
What was
Charles
it?
Barkley says he has a single-digit handicap.
then no, he would be better than me. Yeah,
I don't
he did
believe
fix
that.
his
but-
swing though. I mean,
well, he shot some tournament. Yeah, that's what that's.
He's in a tournament this week. Or shot. There's an over/under on whether he'd make the cut or not. And he finished 81st.
Yeah,
well-
but he was still like 10 under or something.
he also played in the match. I mean, you have to be pretty decent. You can't just be
Yeah, you
shit to
can't-
play
yeah.
The
in that.
match.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
played one. It was him and Mickelson, or
Yeah.
I think it was him and Mickelson. They played against Manning and
Charles
Tiger.
Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley was in it in 2020 or 2019.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
played in it
I don't remember
because
this
they
at
mic'd him
all.
up. I remember. I mean, he
Wasn't
was
the
awesome.
match just? It was
This
Tiger
year
and
was
Phil.
Aaron Rodgers.
Tiger and Phil.
That was the original one, and then they started adding.
That was
They
2019,
started adding,
right?
They started adding like pro athletes with them, like Peyton
I
Manning.
didn't
did
know-
it
I thought this was the first
I think
one with the pro
Manning
athletes.
Barkley might have been their first year. Then it was Manning, Brady,
Brady.
and then it went Brady, Rodgers.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh, I did not know that.
yeah.
The more you know. So since you know all these famous people, I did find your Twitter page. I noticed you're famous amongst Yingling.
Yes,
They tweeted at you many times.
yes, yes.
Did they send you anything cool?
I have gotten a few things from Yingling, mostly apparel.
Okay.
I've gotten some coasters.
Nice.
I'd really, really like a beer light. That would kind
would
of
be
be
awesome,
like
yeah.
the. But yeah, I mean Yingling. I don't know if you know Yingling
Yeah.
beer.
It's the oldest.
They're coming to the market here in
yeah.
Des Moines in September.
Oh God, I
They don't
can't.
go anywhere past Ohio, right? Right now.
Well, they only were in the Eastern time zone because they didn't have the ability to make enough of it, and the freshness. Apparently, something with that.
Well, I heard.
When I grew up in Philly, you could only get it out, in the Philadelphia area. It's from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and then it kind of made its way down the East Coast, and now it's moving west. I think they bought a couple breweries farther west,
Yep.
but it's family-owned, 5th generation, oldest brewery in the country.
Yeah, I was talking to someone, and they had actually met one of the brothers. There's 4 brothers, I think, right now that own it, and 3 brothers and a sister or something like that.
Yep. Right now, the 2 daughters run it.
Daughters run. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Cody, have you ever had any company retweet you or tweet at you?
I had-
Fireball's retweeted at me a couple times
Nice.
too.
I have not. What did Yingling say? Like when they retweeted at you?
Well, one time I had a crawfish boil in my backyard, and I had imported a bunch of Yingling, and so I had pictures of that. And they're like, great way to drink Yingling or something. Then one time Mike and I were playing, I think it might have been Bacon Fest.
Yeah, it was a Bacon Fest
And I
one.
tweeted him a picture of that with us on the tour bus with a case of Yingling, and they retweeted that. And then they got all up in my DMs.
Yeah, slid, I had Long John Silver slide in my DMs once.
Nice.
So I always tweet at them, tell them how
I mean,
delicious their food is.
Their food is delicious.
Yeah.
The issue with Long John Silver's is when you leave there, your self-esteem is about at its lowest it could ever be.
Like you have to swing by
But-
Walmart real quick to give yourself a quick boost.
Yeah, right. I mean, they're chicken planks, not
Oh,
fingers. Chicken
fantastic.
planks.
Fantastic.
It's real chicken,
Real white meat
but really,
chicken.
I mean, that batter you could put it on dog shit, and it would.
think about it, you eat the crunchies in the box.
Right.
Delicious.
And there is an actual term for those crunchies. They're not called crunchies.
Oh yeah, I don't know what they're
Yeah,
called.
no,
Yeah.
there's a term for do
Yeah.
that.
And the
But-
malt vinegar, I mean, come
Oh
on.
yeah.
What's
But they sent me a gift card once, and I was pretty excited
Really?
about it. Oh yeah.
See, I don't tweet enough to. The only time I go on Twitter is when I'm like, I'll go in, I'll be bored, and I'll go need podcasts, and I'll just put an Ask the 8 Ball a bunch to try and get more viewers. But
So I twatted today.
twatted.
Do you guys have you followed the lead singer of Eve 6 on Twitter?
I don't know who Eve 6
I have
is.
not.
It is a hell
Eve
of a
6,
follow.
they had the song Inside Out. They're like a one-hit wonder.
Yes. He is magic on Twitter. It's unbelievable. He'll put up like Bush is better than Radiohead, and then shit hits the fan. And then he defends it. So anyways, today he puts up his other bandmate. They came out with some album they made in lockdown and put it out. And so today he's like, I'm giggling right now because my bandmate and I are going to put out a double disc EP.
Double D EP.
I said, funny, man. Our band 12 years ago was named DDEP, which stands for Double Disc EP. He has not tweeted me back yet, but I'm assuming I haven't looked at our DDP, any of those pages, since they haven't been open in a while, but I'm sure the following is insanity.
Yeah.
I'll probably get another check, probably from royalties.
I had a buddy back in
Do
the
you
day.
still get royalties?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For
iTunes.
what?
Enough people listen to it on Spotify or all that, eventually it gets to $50, and,
They send you a check.
yep, direct deposit right into my account.
Nice.
Buying all the Yingling.
How often? How often do you get?
Well, now it's not too often. I'll get an email, and then I'll be like, oh, shit, probably maybe twice a year.
Still $300.
Which means we're making $100 a year on downloads.
Hey, that's like 4 cases of Yingling.
Oh no, that is about 9 KC Yingling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, market price.
Now, if you get into their specialty brews, it can be a little more expensive. But
Yeah.
if you're just going straight lager, it's about $12 a case.
I had a buddy back in the day. He, God, I can't remember who it was, but he would tweet at Sarah McLachlan all the time. And always just send pictures of dogs and ask for a retweet or a shout out. And he did it every day for like months. She never responded.
Yeah.
But she never blocked him either.
But I think a lot of those people don't even like. I was listening to Ozzy Osbourne was on Howard Stern. Just they're doing replays now.
Yeah.
And he has like 2.7 million Twitter followers. He's like, I don't even know how to log on my phone.
Yeah.
So a lot of them, I don't think even run their Twitter. I think it's just some.
Can you do Twitter from a computer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Desktop version. Cody, you're so hip.
Same with Instagram. Instagram's really good on PC.
Yeah,
Is
that's how I upload the videos to Instagram on the computer.
Ah.
You can,
Makes sense.
Facebook, MySpace. You can also do that from the computer.
Ooh, MySpace is
See,
not.
I'm a huge MySpace influencer. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys know that. I'm making a lot of money on that now.
I bet you
Yeah.
are.
One of the few.
Walt's still in my top 8.
Yeah. I'm
Tom's-
a MySpace fitness influencer.
Yeah, I bet. I
The
bet.
one
going
thing you
really
can't
well.
use on your computer is if you have YouTube Live or YouTube TV.
Yeah.
You can't watch it on your computer. You have to watch it from your mobile device or like
Well, that's
YouTube
Okay.
TV I can watch on my PC at work.
Really? I can't ever get to work on my laptop.
Huh.
But my phone, my Apple TV,
Yeah.
everything's fine. I can't get it anywhere.
Yeah, we cut the cord a while ago, and I'm a
I have
fan
to.
of it.
Oh, I love it.
I flip too. Like I had to have. I gotta have a guide. I was really resistant.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah,
now.
I
See,
had,
I like
I had
guides.
the Hulu Live for a while.
Yeah.
And then I tried YouTube, and I liked the YouTube way better.
We had DirecTV Now, which switched to AT&T Now,
Yep.
which switched to $100 a month, which switched to me cutting them off, going to YouTube TV.
Yeah, DirecTV and Dish Network, too much money.
I
man.
got Dish. And as soon as my contract's out, I'm probably gonna.
You get all the sports channels on YouTube.
A lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
yeah.
to mention, you go like ESPN Plus is $4.99 a month.
Yeah.
Dude, I get ESPN Plus for free with my Verizon plan, but I can't log in on my fucking computer. It says we're currently experiencing technical difficulties.
You have to go. You have to message them from your computer, and then they will adjust that. Same thing I ran
Oh
into.
my god,
Yeah,
it's so
But,
annoying.
hey, it's
Yes.
going to save you $50 a month.
exactly.
So I mean, I have it for free, but still, it's so annoying.
Dude, what else you can do with $50 a month? Check out our fake sponsor of the week, and we'll be right back.
I object. I defer. I find you both guilty of helping people for the ridiculously low price of $99.99. In today's broke-ass society, things are harder, so you need things cheaper. So I came up with Jones, cheap-ass prepaid legal and daycare academy. You are not the president. You don't need to make that type of money. You might need my legal services. You're just raising one kid, because I'm going to sue you. At Jones, we don't assess the legal fees after after the case is disposed of, we make it prepaid. Prepaid meaning you need to pay before, just in case I need to invest the money in something else where you may need my services. And I'm gonna spend it wisely, fighting for you. And if we can't get you out of child support, we'll provide you with our top-notch molester-free daycare services. We let them do whatever they want to do, so that when you get them home, they go straight to bed. Which one of y'all, you little Santa Claus ain't coming to none of y'all. There's some books around here somewhere. Jones do a good-ass job of watching both mine and my grandbaby. Jones got for me auto insurance. Jones got me this big-ass check. Now, friends, you may ask yourself, how can he provide us with such cheap legal services? Well, here's a story about Toby and his baby mama. Hey, Toby, I need my money. I don't have no more money. That's because y'all keep messing up. Y'all keep doing crime. Because I gave it all to you to raise that one little baby you got. And I work from volume. So y'all continue to rob people and take stuff. It ain't your business what I do with the money. So please, come on down to Jones' cheap-ass prepaid legal and daycare academy. Well, it's a place where you can bring your children and get legal advice. Put your hand against the wall. My legal advice to you is don't have no more children. Go ahead and come to the website or give me a call on the new telephone number at 708-46-CASH-1. I'm on call 3 hours a day, 5 hours a week. You looking for who? No, Toby Jones don't work here. You got the wrong number.
It's called getting turned, Cody. Getting turned.
Getting turned? Turned down for what?
That was so white.
That was like White Boy Summer, though.
That's what we should do.
It's White Boy Summer.
We should start doing it each week. We should make Cody just read rap lyrics and just see how white Cody can make hip hop
That
songs.
would be hilarious.
That would
actually.
be great.
We'll just give him 2 Chainz songs.
Can I hit
hilarious.
it in the morning without giving you half of my dough? And if I was broke,
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
if I
That's
couldn't
a-
give
that's
you
what I'm
finer
looking at.
That's a
things
good
like
idea.
all
Put that on
of
the-
those
put that on
diamond
the
rings.
It's like put the camel toe into a casserole.
This week on White People Read Rap Music,
I think we're on some. Thanks to our fake sponsor of the week.
don't play with fireworks, kids. Or do. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not.
Did you guys ever, we used to take bottle rockets and stand in a circle and then light it and throw it in the middle and see who should shoot it.
No,
if
we
you
didn't.
flinched, you got hit.
Yeah, no, we didn't do Roman candle fights.
Roman
were
candles,
about yeah.
those.
Yeah, I wasn't from Fort Dodge, so I didn't do that a lot.
If you flinch, you're a pussy.
Yeah, we didn't really because in Pennsylvania they weren't legal.
They
couldn't really
I
get
never were in
fireworks.
Iowa until recently.
But you had
like-
neighboring states that they were,
We have Missouri.
and I think South Dakota is also legal. If I'm not, were
Maybe,
legal.
I'm not sure.
Kristi Noem, the governor up there, all explosives are legal.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I drink my water.
that's how you drink your water.
Yeah, but we like to kick in this part of the show with a little segment we call the Blitz.
Yeah, I played the Blitz before.
Yeah. Who asked you last time? Did Cody ask you last time or did I?
I don't remember.
I should have rewatched it.
Because I was
watched it.
blitzed.
Nice. Shout out.
Good
Ding.
times,
Shout out
guys.
to
Good
Truman's
times.
for the shots. Also, real quick, thanks to BBops and Lola's. We'll get more into them here in
Yeah,
a little bit.
Lola's. Yes, we talked about some of their sauces earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. All right, Blitz time.
It's a blitz. It's a blitz. It's a blitz. Yeah, it's a blitz. Let's go.
Walt, I'll ask you first. Then I'll ask Cody. We'll compare answers. This week I have 6 questions.
You want to put a bet on real quick on who wins?
Oh, is that is it like a Jeopardy trivia question?
No.
No.
There's just no
Who
right
who gives a better answer?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, question 1. I catered this one to you.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it works both ways, but anyways. Do you have a better chance of lasting 1 minute with Mike Tyson or 1 minute with Lisa Ann? Cody, you know who Lisa Ann is?
Lisa Ann for sure because, I mean, the first punch from Tyson, I'd be out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Cody, you know Lisa
Did you
Ann?
see the
Lisa
picture
Ann?
of Lisa Ann signing our?
I know, that's what, yeah. We've talked about Lisa Ann before.
Is
yeah.
she a porn
She's
star?
MILF. She's like the ultimate MILF porn star.
Of all time.
Yeah, number 1.
And interracial gangbangs, too. She was really into that.
And now she has her own sports talk radio show on Sirius Radio.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's gone down in life.
Yeah, or up.
Or up.
Yes.
She used to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what does grillbilly mean?
Grillbilly.
Grillbilly.
I would have to guess it's something with rednecks. A grillbilly. A grillbilly.
Yeah. It's a real Urban Dictionary word. Cody, don't
They
know
have
looking
I'm
a
not.
grill in their pickup truck that's mobile.
up. Okay.
Ooh.
Question 3. Would you rather be told you have nice elbows or nice ankles?
Ankles, because cankles are not good.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
Question 4. What is your spirit animal?
A wolf. I mean, duh.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Question 5. How much money does the Tooth Fairy leave for someone in 2021?
Well, first tooth is $20. I can tell you that from 3 weeks ago, because the Tooth Fairy forgot to go to the ATM and get any other denomination, and that is what the Tooth Fairy had.
Okay.
Jesus, I used to get a nickel or a quarter.
I did, the Tooth Fairy did let the child know that that does not happen. The first one's always the
I
biggest.
keep knocking myself out.
Yeah.
Give me
Yank all
those
my teeth
teeth.
out.
Yes.
And last question. Which do you prefer? Football or football?
Football, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
That was your blitz. Cody, you're up.
I'm up.
Question 1. I'll change this around for you to help you out. Do you have a better chance of lasting 1 minute with Mike Tyson or 1 minute with Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, man. If I could maybe avoid Tyson for a minute, not even try to get close to him, I could maybe do that. There's no chance I last Scarlett Johansson for a minute.
Question 2. According to Urban Dictionary, what does grill Billy mean?
Grill Billy is when hillbillies get in a fight during a barbecue and fall and get grill marks on their chest.
Okay. Question 3. What would you rather be told, that you have nice elbows or nice ankles?
Ankles. I feel like they're harder to cover up. Like, especially in like the summertime or something like that, you can't really.
Well, I've seen your socks, Cody. It's not that hard to cover them up. Question
High
4. Cody, what is your spirit animal?
It's either a wolf or an eagle. I'm
Okay.
gonna. So yeah.
Question 5. Cody, how much money does the Tooth Fairy leave in 2021?
Fuck, they're leaving $20 a tooth. Jesus. I would say like $1's good.
Okay.
I don't
And last question, Cody. Football or football?
football.
Which one was that?
American football.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen, that was the Blitz. Let's go over your answers. Do you have a better chance of lasting 1 minute with Mike Tyson or 1 minute with Lisa Ann or Scarlett Johansson? Mike Tyson, 1 punch. Lisa Ann, 1 hump.
I mean, if you soaked it, so if you just put it in and just concentrate as hard
Just
as you
for
can.
soaking?
Like
Soaking
soaking.
so well?
Soaking. It's just soaking.
Well, you know what soaking, where that came from, right?
Absolutely. It's
Mormons.
It's a Mormons, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of having sex, you soak.
Correct.
Yeah, we talked
You
about
just
this.
don't
I don't
move
remember
it.
what episode it was, but...
A couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
so-
was engaged to a Mormon,
Oh.
ex-Mormon, I should say.
Have you soaked?
We did not soak. We did not soak. I mean, granted, every time I have sex, it's probably it's soaking,
about the
really,
same.
at that
Well, it's
point.
because she's so wet.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think... I'm gonna go with Cody on this one because I think I could run from Tyson longer than I could last.
No
with-
way. You can't run in a. I mean, if it was out here, but
Yeah,
if you're
but-
in a ring, they know how to cut you
But
off.
I feel like if
One shot, a body shot, your shoulder,
But-
you'd be done.
I also feel like if I walked in the room and Lisa Ann's laying there, then I'm already done.
Yeah.
I've already
As soon as he
finished
said
that.
Scarlett Johansson, I finished.
Yeah. So I'm going to give Cody that point.
All right, that's racism.
According to Urban Dictionary, what does grill Billy mean? Your answer was closer. The correct definition, it's when your grill is the nicest thing about your house.
Okay.
Okay.
So, grill Billy.
Okay.
Question 3, would you rather be told you have nice elbows or ankles? You guys both said ankles, but Cody said it's easier or harder to cover up the ankles. But Cody wears tall socks, so Walt, you get that point.
They're pretty tall.
Yeah, for an ankle sock, it's tall.
Yeah.
That's like a calf sock.
It's a cankle sock.
Yeah, it's cankle sock.
You
So
gotta
Walt,
be-
you get that
I
one.
like socks over my ankles.
What is your spirit animal? Walt said wolf. Cody said, well, maybe wolf, maybe eagle. Walt, you get that point.
I was gonna say wolf originally, but couldn't do that. And my high school mascot was an eagle. I do like eagles because I'm
My high
very
school
very
mascot
American.
Was a whippet.
A
How you
whippet?
like that?
The fuck's a whippet?
That's
when
where
you-
that's where you take a hit off of
Nitrous
the off the Cool Whip bottle. You hit a whip it.
It's basically a pussy version of a what are the racing dogs?
Greyhounds?
Greyhounds. Yeah, it's a smaller version of greyhound.
Fair. How much money does the Tooth Fairy leave in 2021? Now, me having a daughter about the age where she could be losing a tooth soon. I don't want to leave a 20.
Agreed. I didn't either.
I also am not a
I'm
cheap
sorry,
ass, and I don't want
the
to leave a
Tooth
dollar.
Fairy did
But
not
$1
want
to a 5-year-old is a lot of money. I feel like.
That's true. My daughter, she loves when I have a couple quarters. She plays with them for hours.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, my son loves change.
So I'm gonna give it to Cody just because I don't want to spend 20.
Fair enough.
And football or football?
I mean, it's the world's game. It's a beautiful game. Versus one country likes it.
Walt sold me on that one. Football.
No,
is.
no,
Walt, you get the
no.
point. Walt, you win 4-2. It is the world. I mean, it's the second most watched.
Who
sport
cares
in-
about the world?
Second? Well, the
Second
world.
most.
Second most behind cricket.
No, that's not true.
Just Google it. Cricket's the most.
Marshall, you
watched
don't care about
sport
the
in
world. You drink plastic straws.
No, I don't care about the ducks.
Sea turtles.
Yeah, that's what I said. What'd you hear? Yeah, Google it. Cricket's the most watched sport in the world.
I'll Google it.
I'll
after.
Google
I
it.
don't want to waste any time on this fast-moving podcast.
We're cooking. So you were on season 2, episode 9 for us, I believe.
Okay.
Something like that. What was a better accomplishment in life, being on that episode of the show, or being 2012's president of Des Moines?
President of Des Moines?
Yeah. And who did you beat out to win that? Any
Well,
namely people, or just a bunch of nobodies?
You're going to be very shocked at who I beat out.
Okay.
Andy Larson,
Oh well, who?
Jacob Barriola,
Okay.
Nate Novotny.
Okay.
I don't remember anyone else
Okay.
outside of that. But yeah, I
Who
would say-
nominated these people?
I
I don't remember. How
I remember
the
it was at the
nominations
Bombay
went.
Bicycle Club.
Yeah,
back
that
in
was
the
the
day.
that was the beginning.
Shout out Psycho Mike.
Right. That was a pretty good accomplishment. I mean, obviously, I love being on this show, guys. I mean,
Right.
I'd be on every week if you asked me. But
Well, I'm looking for a new co-host.
You
so.
had to, it wasn't where you just go on Facebook and say, "Hey, vote for me." Like you had to go, you had to give speeches, you had to go out, you had to talk to the people of Des Moines, and they had to literally vote for you. So yeah, that was a hell of an accomplishment. It's funny, like Kyle Pritchard at Tonic. Still,
Yep.
when I walk in, Mr. President, it's nice to have you at Tonic today.
What what speeches were you giving?
I mean, my election motto was "Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down." Obviously, Belle Biv DeVoe. So you just go out, and I had my parents come to one from North Carolina. They flew in to one of the campaign stops, so it was a good idea. There were like 4 or 5 bars, and every week or every other week, you had a campaign stop. You had to show up there. You had to bring people. And they would buy a drink, and then they would get a ticket, and they'd be able to vote for whoever they wanted to vote for. If they bought a Fireball, was one of the major sponsors. So if they bought Fireball, they got 2. Well, what I did was I went on my Facebook, and my friends from Philly and my friends from California, how can we vote? You can call the bar and buy Fireball.
Yeah.
So I'd show up, and there'd be 30 shots of Fireball already, and then there were people there that
60 tickets.
had bought drinks that didn't even know what it was. So then I'd go give them Fireball.
Yeah.
And, so it'd go from there. And, yeah, so I ended up winning. And
So would you consider yourself more of an evil genius or like a supervillain?
I would say a super genius.
Super genius, okay.
I would
Ooh.
kind of make an amalgamation
You're
of
like
both of those. And
the non-bald Lex Luthor.
yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, Lex Luthor had a stupid superhero he battled, so Superman's awful.
I disagree.
I agree.
I
you.
disagree.
I agree.
What?
Thank you.
Well, I mean, what?
I rescind my offer to be a co-host.
What power does he have?
Does Superman have?
Yeah.
All the powers.
Then why doesn't he use them?
He gets killed
to
by
do what?
He gets
He
killed by
does.
a
He saves
stone.
the world all the time. What power does Batman have?
Batman killed Superman,
Batman has a belt.
A belt?
And he has Robin.
and a heart.
And if you've seen, there's a movie out called Buttman and Throbbing. Might want to check it out. And he has some superpowers too.
Buttman and
that-
Throbbing or
Yeah.
Orgasmo? Have you seen
Orgasmo, great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. Stunt cock.
Choder boy. Oh, Choder boy.
Chota Boy walks out. It's just this big burly black man walks in as a stunt cock. It's so unbelievable. Speaking of Mormons, I bet they soaked at the beginning of that movie.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, for
right?
sure.
I need to rewatch. I didn't watch that in so many years.
Fantastic movie.
I mean, that basketball, such
Oh,
underrated.
baseball's so good.
Such underrated movie.
Yeah, those guys are great. I mean,
I was talking about that earlier.
just South Park alone. Those
Well,
guys
not
are
only
great.
that, they met in high school. It's like the Beatles meeting, and when they're like 12.
Yeah.
Like absolute. Talk about mad geniuses. Those guys are.
It's like the Impractical Jokers meeting.
Not the same level.
Yeah. I don't know. My love for Impractical
I wouldn't
Jokers
put
isn't
Sal
as high.
Volcano and Trey Parker in the same level of comedic
Cody
genius.
loves Sal.
Loves who?
I can see
Sal.
that.
I fucking hate Sal.
it's his favorite
Who's
Joker.
your guy? Q, Murr?
Murr, and then probably Joe, and then
If you had to
Q.
rank the 4, how would you?
Yeah, what order are we going here?
Murr, Sal, Q, and then Benjamin Cat.
You just said you hated.
Yeah, you put Sal
and you
second.
put him 2 out of 4.
No, Q, Joe, or not?
said
or
Sal.
Murr, Joe, Q, and then Ralph Emmer, Benjamin Cat,
All right.
I think Cody's drunk.
Sal's
We
dad.
probably need more shots then.
You're not
Anybody
wrong.
but Sal. I fucking hate. On my time up today, it says, somebody please replace Sal Volcano in Practical Jokers?
What do you hate more, Sal or Chanel West Coast Laugh?
Oh my God, Sal.
Really?
At least I can mute Chanel West Coast Laugh. There's no point of.
You think she's hot?
Yeah.
Could you last a minute with her?
Oh yeah.
She laughed for sure.
I'm.
Oh, did you just act like you're going to choke her?
Well, she said she liked it.
Oh, okay. Calm down, Trevor Bauer. Wow, Jesus.
Not with her own hair.
This show just took a weird turn.
Wow. She's got weird.
Awkward.
Speaking of not awkward, we talked before the show about Lola's.
Yes.
You're a fan.
Huge fan.
The ghost pepper, you said, is your favorite.
So my ghost pepper sauce, like my go-to general, as most people would use, like Tabasco. Or
So you like
something.
hot shit.
I like hot shit, but it's got like it's hot, but
Yeah.
it's also a little bit sweet. Like it's great on like a breakfast burrito, Casey's breakfast pizza.
Yeah, the flavors are
Perfect.
fantastic.
If I'm really going for it, I'll go for the Family Reserve. It's $10 a bottle. It's a little expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is like the go-to Bloody Mary spicy hot sauce.
Is that? I got a
Is that-
bottle in
So
my
good.
house. Hasn't really.
Is
been
that
touched.
is Likey and Spice a Pennsylvania thing, or
I don't think so. I think
No?
it's an individual thing. I think over time it builds up as well. Like you start out with like a Tabasco and you're like, man, that's hot.
yeah?
But I like it a little hotter, and then you grow and grow, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, a scorpion pepper. I'll try that. I will say, like, I tried Dave's Insanity. Have you ever tried that? Don't. It's too hot. Here's one negative I do have about some of the Lola's hot sauces.
Okay. They love the feedback.
They have, like, let's see if I'm going to grab this one right now. Can you hold this for me?
Yeah, I got you. That's the original.
So you don't have, like, a pour spout. You know what I mean? Like, most of them have a plastic thing with a little
Yep.
hole
Yeah.
in the middle. So too much can come out.
So okay,
Yeah.
so we asked Tafik, the owner of Lola's, was on our show. We asked him about that. 'Cause I
Okay.
said that's the biggest complaint
Right.
that people have, or that we
He said
have.
that
or
they have the
anything.
most.
He said so when you get like a Cholula or something, they have the pour spout on it, or like Tabasco. He said because that's mostly water. Their products are mostly based off water. He said theirs they have so much actual ingredient in it that by the time when they did it with pour spouts for a while, and there's so much shit left at the bottom that people weren't getting out that they got rid of the pour spouts.
Well, see, what you need to do is shake it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a simple,
Well, he said just because there's chunks of
Yeah,
like
what's that
garlic
motion?
and
What
stuff.
motion do you use?
Yeah,
this one.
He said it just wouldn't get caught.
Just shake
That's
it.
a lot of. Jesus, you're not done shaking it
Yeah.
yet.
No, I mean, it takes me a while to really get it mixed up.
Have you had their seasoning?
I have not. Nope, I haven't
Hot.
tried that yet. Yeah?
It's like Lowry's, but hot.
It's
Okay.
very spicy Lowry's. The
very
flavor's
delicious,
great.
though.
I'll have to use that maybe
This
with
one's
my
really good.
crawfish boil. That's just
one's
not
really-
hot enough.
Not hot enough for you.
Right. But Lola's now is actually available at BBops.
Really?
You can get just the original, but you can get the packets anytime you go to BBops.
Nice.
So I like the chicken sandwich personally. Get the Lola's packet. Fantastic.
See, I actually, at work,
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that I have my own office, and
Yeah.
behind my desk, I have cupboards. And in there are
Yeah.
my Lola hot sauces for my morning. You know, if I go to like a Hy-Vee Fresh Market, I get the breakfast burrito. If I go to Casey's. By the way, Casey's, very, very underrated. Just started serving at breakfast burrito. I don't know if you guys
Okay.
have tried
I
it
haven't
yet.
had that yet.
And they put them in the pizza warmer thing, not the other side, to keep them warm.
Breakfast burrito in the pizza warmer.
Yes.
Ingenious.
Very good.
Who would think that? that would warm-
my big thing is a lot of them you get if they're pre-made. Like if you go to Maria's, great breakfast burrito,
Yeah.
Abelardo's. they make them fresh. If they put them in a warmer, they get a little, like the tortilla gets crispy, kind of
right on the folds of it.
You get them out of the pizza warmer. I don't know if they put like a humidifier in there or something, but the tortillas are super soft and it's good.
They're moist.
And then you throw some Lola's, either Family Reserve or the ghost pepper on it.
Yeah.
It gets your day off to a beautiful start.
Like a nice soft.
If Lola's
taco
could just
burrito.
do an energy drink now at this point, I'd be happy.
They do have a Bloody Mary mix.
I've tried
They
that.
have a margarita mix.
But when you go to BBops, what do you prefer to get so you can dump your hot sauce on it? Or do you not put hot sauce on your BBops?
Well, my favorite thing from BBops is their fish sandwich.
Fantastic fish
it's
sandwich.
the best fish sandwich in town. It's so
and
good.
they have the best slogan for it because around Lent, they always
Lent.
have the signs up. It says, "Our fish is delish." And it's the best. Like,
Yeah.
And unlike Subway, there's actually fish in their sandwich.
I was just gonna say,
it's real cod.
what has more? What has more actual fish in it? Long John Silver's or Subway's?
Well, I mean, no one
BBops.
could even prove that there was fish in Subways.
That's
Fair
true.
enough. Fair enough.
But
But has anybody
BBops right
tested
now,
Long John Silver's?
I don't think you have to. You can taste the fish
chicken plank. How dare you?
and chicken. They have great tartar sauce, though. I mean, like when you go, really a fish sandwich is a vehicle to get the tartar sauce in your mouth at the end of the day.
Not
is-
a
You know what
tartar
I
sauce
mean?
fan.
Like you're not ordering
a
a
valid
fish
point.
sandwich and like, hey, leave the tartar sauce
Yeah.
off.
Do you get a side of tartar sauce like a BBops?
I
when you get your
don't
fish
because
sandwich?
generally that's done too much.
Yeah, because they glob it on pretty
Yeah,
well.
they do a good job.
Yeah. Add a little cheese on it.
See, I think they
Are
do.
you a cheese on your fish sandwich
Oh
guy?
yeah, American cheese.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Like I'll go to Hy-Vee and get the actual like frozen ones every once in a while
Yeah.
when my wife's out of town. I'm already overweight and unattractive. The last thing I need is my wife seeing me like making 2 fish sandwiches out of cod fillets
fillets.
and loading it up with Lola's hot sauce and tartar.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But BBops, like we said, they have the Lola's packets. Also, they have the chocolate shakes available for just a little above $1. You can get a chocolate shake, and you can wash any of the spiciness out of your mouth. Fantastic.
Have you had a chocolate shake?
Has he had a chocolate shake? This
Look
man
at me.
eats frozen fillets. Frozen
Look at me.
fillets.
So one-legged duck swim in a
two
circle.
fillets on one bun.
Of course he has a chocolate shake.
Yeah.
Chocolate shake at BBops
Oh, yeah.
is phenomenal.
Yep.
Speaking
Now,
of,
when you get the chocolate shake, do you dip the fries in it?
No.
yeah, I don't do
No,
that
man.
either.
You can't. I mean, really, Wendy's started out with their Frosties, and at the end of the day, no. I mean, it's just not. I don't like that.
Yeah,
Just try dipping your fish sandwich in there and see how it goes.
No,
Might be good.
I'm good.
That's-
I'll dip
I'll
my
give it a
fries
check.
in ketchup, and I'll dip my fish in either hot sauce or tartar sauce.
boom. Nailed it.
I'd really do hot sauce. I'm not a tartar sauce fan.
Yeah.
But
Also, thanks to Truman's Pizza Tavern for having us tonight.
yeah.
They
Yeah, for
also
sure.
they have Lola's here, and they also have brunch and bangers on Saturdays.
Yeah.
and they
We
have
talked about that.
fantastic-
They need to have brunch and bangers and
and
bangers.
Yeah, brunch, bangers, and bangers for our English lads out there.
Right.
Brunch, bangers, and
All
bangers.
Even
those,
if you
all
just wanna
those
try to be-
sorrowing over the loss of
Excuse
England
me,
in the Euro,
barkeep.
Euro 2020.
Ma'am,
Could I have a Blue Moon, please?
ma'am, can you tell us why Truman's does not have brunch, bangers, and bangers?
She looks like
Blue
you just
Moon,
asked her a
alright.
geometry question.
Here's a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
BBops, big tasty burgers, hot crispy fries, and great chocolate shakes.
So why do you come to BBops?
The burgers are fresh and fast, and it tastes great.
I like the pork fritters and chicken sandwiches.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
There's only one place we go. BBops.
Oh, BBops, better than good.
Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, a generational family recipe using the world's hottest peppers for great flavor. They're vegan, non-GMO project verified, kosher, and all natural. Find them online at lolasfinehotsauce.com. Use promo code ASK8BALL for 10% off your purchase.
The Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Cody, who's your favorite wrestler?
Sting.
Okay, that's fair. It's a fair response. I was
Yeah.
a Roddy Piper guy.
I like him. Yeah. I mean, Ric Flair by far was
Well, yeah.
the greatest of all time as far as
I mean,
he wasn't a high flyer. He wasn't, going on top of cages and falling through.
He's what I
but
think Conor McGregor could become.
He allowed Stone Cold. He allowed The Rock. He was the predecessor to all of them, and still is probably better at them at giving.
it was like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Rock, Stone Cold. That'd be the Mount Rushmore.
Stone Cold. So my very first email ever in 1997 or whatever year it was Stone Cold versus Cartman at yahoo.com. Big South Park fan. Love Stone Cold
versus Cartman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At AOL.com.
At Yahoo.
Oh, Yahoo. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. You didn't have an AOL.
See, I still have Yahoo. I started Yahoo
I
about
have a Yahoo as my spam mail.
99.
Mine's Eric Kiss 1075 at Yahoo.
So, yeah, I use my Gmail for everything, like all my logons.
Yeah.
And then, Yahoo is everything else.
Whenever I'm at a store and they're like, do you want to use your email for 10% off today? I'm like, absolutely.
You don't make up an email?
No, I give them my spam one.
Oh, dude. That's like the greatest thing ever. You just give like...
Well, now I'm going to give them Stone Cold versus Cartman at yahoo.com.
Right.
Cartman versus Stone Cold.
Oh, my bad.
I mean,
well, either way.
I go in there, I'm like, anal 69 432 or something like that.
Before like that was a thing, you could fill out like the little magazine things. And I would be bored. I just grabbed 10 of them and just fill out my buddy's email address so he'd get all these random magazines to his house.
Well, see, back in the day, you could fill those out and mail them in because they were paid for.
Yeah.
And then your buddy would actually get the magazines.
He did get them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You get like 1 or 2 issues of each, and then like, what the fuck?
Like, you want to subscribe?
Yeah.
Send in a check.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It was what is Billy Madison watching? Granny on Granny or something? What's the magazine he gets?
Chicks with Dicks. Yeah, Chicks with Dicks.
80s and older or something like that.
White holes, black poles.
That's what Cody gets.
Yeah.
Oh, man. With that being said, thanks to our sponsors.
Yeah.
BBops, Lola's, Truman's Pizza Tavern, located right here at the corner of East 6th and MLK. Truman's, by the way, we talk about the brunch and bangers and everything else. They have a beautiful patio here.
They do.
They have
It's
a huge patio.
Fully
It's like
furnished.
half covered.
It's got a little tarp or whatever you call it.
Yeah, the covering part, and it's fantastic.
Canopy,
Food's great.
Canopy.
Yeah, the food's fantastic.
Service, top notch.
Yeah. And
Bartenders. I mean, looks wise. No, kidding.
And the bangers. They always got the bangers.
Yep,
Not
always.
Not the British way.
No, the hits. They're
Yeah.
playing all the hits.
Yeah.
So we've
You
got
remember back in the day? I don't know if... Did you go to the OFB back in the day, Drink Tourism and Fun
Oh,
Bar?
yeah. I moved here in 04.
Okay. So
We did
that
one
was
in 04.
the heyday of the OFB.
Heyday.
Cody, you don't really remember Drink
I was a
Tourism.
junior.
I used to
in high
meet
school
my
in 04.
I used to meet my Match.com dates at the OFB for happy hour.
Well, no, the
Who was
OFB
your Match.com
Drink,
profile
Drink
picture?
was the hot spot
I
until
don't
probably...
Actually, I think it was my headshot from my television days.
Drink was still like a thing until probably 2010 when Wellman's West opened, or a little before, like
Oh,
Yeah,
at least.
I
Yeah, at
moved
least.
down here in 2010, so
Yeah, okay. Well, anyways,
it just closed, I think.
I remember back in the day, Blackjack was their DJ, and this is kind of a side note off everything else, but he was their DJ, and it was like right after. No, it wasn't. Oh no!
Story's going places.
I just heard the story because I didn't work there yet. But it was in 2001. This happened. It was right after 9/11. Blackjack's on the mic, like playing songs. He's like, here at the OFB, well, we're blowing it up like the World Trade, and like just like kept saying shit like that. And that's so now every time I think bangers, I think Blackjack blowing up the World
So I
Trade.
remember Blackjack from 3 Bag.
Oh, yeah.
Friday nights.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, he was the deal.
Shout out Blackjack selling them cars out there in Pleasant Hill.
Hells yeah.
So Walt, you were a news personality, sports personality for 8 years, you said?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any Freudian slips or any miscues or anything cool like that?
Oh, yeah.
You got any good stories about those?
I mean, not necessarily Freudian slips. I didn't. 2 come to mind. One, Tim Howard, who is an American soccer player,
He was a goalie, right?
Yeah.
Signed to play for Manchester United.
Okay.
One, I was a goalie, played goalie all through high school, played in college. So, obviously, always root for goalies. Then you have an American, and then I'm a Manchester United fan. So he plays for Manchester United. He has Tourette's syndrome.
Okay.
So he played at Manchester United. So the first match he plays, I'm a weekend sports anchor in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I go on and I'm doing my thing. And then the last story I did was Tim Howard, American goalkeeper, plays for Manchester United. You know, side note, he has Tourette's syndrome. It's amazing he's overcome that. He plays for the biggest club in the world. And the way it worked was I stood at a podium and did the sports. And then they go to video, and I'd walk from the podium and sit at the desk. So it was the weather girl, this girl, Jen Gilbert, the weekend news guy, and then myself.
Okay.
So I sit down and, I do the whole highlight and, I go, it's amazing. They call it crosstalk. That's when you're like, wow, that was a great story, and you're like, wow, that's whatever. So I was like, yeah, it's amazing he's overcome that he's been able to, Tourette syndrome. And the weekend sports anchor, I can't remember, or the weekend news anchor, I can't remember his name. He's like, yeah, oh yeah, and he kind of has a slip, and he goes, I feel like I have Tourette syndrome right now. And I lost it. I absolutely lost it. The weather girl lost it. So I'm on this side. He's in the middle. She's on that side. They always end with weather, right?
Yeah.
So they go to her, and she cannot do the weather. I have my head down. I'm convulsing on the desk. She, cannot talk. The news guy has to do the weather, finish the weather. They come back to a 3-shot of us. My head's down, convulsing. She's crying in tears. And so that was one. The other one was, and I can't remember who the boxers were, but one of the boxers had called the other boxer gay. Which nowadays you roll with it, right? Because it's hey, it's cool, I'm gay, or if you're not, whatever.
Yeah.
20 years ago, it wasn't, everyone would freak out. So the guy freaks out. They have a fight, literal punching fight at the news conference or press conference. So we're on air, and I'm saying, and the reason that they got the fight is because so-and-so called so-and-so gay. And then I said, so-and-so, stop being so sensitive. And thankfully there wasn't social media, there wasn't all that, and no cancel culture.
Yeah.
But I did get a speaking to from the general manager of the station that's not what you should do on live television.
It's like an Anchorman, Ron Burgundy. In Anchorman 2, he's just black.
So it was those were the only two. I never made swore on air or did anything like that. But
nice.
Yes.
Speaking of Freudian slips, is it time for the Kyle McLean Low Life Piece of Shit of the Week award?
It is.
Oh.
In a world of Kyles, only one stands out. It's the Kyle McLean Low Life Piece of Shit of the Week award.
That's my favorite part of the show.
I love this. Last time it was some magician.
Ben Hewlin. We've squashed the beef since
We've squashed the We had him on the show. We squashed
I saw that. I'm glad you squashed that beef.
And actually, I took Quinn to go see him at Adventureland. His show's actually, it's pretty good.
I'm actually going to,
very entertaining.
if I make it out to Adventureland this year, I'm going to make sure I stop out and see his show. So.
Good. I'm glad you squashed that, because I felt like it was kind of a bullshit beef anyway.
Yeah, it was.
I figured that guy would make the beef disappear at some point.
We were basically, it was just all clickbait.
Sure.
Yeah. His show at Adventureland is now sold out every time.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we're following the footsteps of Jake Paul and Conor McGregor here.
Yeah. I get it.
Two of my personal heroes.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't see why not. But I don't know if you have any nominees or not. If not, it's okay. I have two.
I got one.
I have one. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, I'll throw out my first one. My first one will be Bill Cosby.
Ooh, what's going on?
For obvious reasons, but because he's trying to put together a national tour. He wants to go on a comedic tour around the country, thinking people want to go see him. Dude,
Here's the crazy thing is someone will.
Yeah, there'll be people that go see
him.
And I guess good for him for capitalizing, but same time, dude, you got out scot-free. I mean, you served a couple
2 years of a...
You were convicted.
You were convicted. You got out.
And then overturned. And
now you're out. So, dude, just sit on your money. You got loads of money.
Yeah.
Just sit on it. There's been no civil suits against you.
Still
Don't
getting
stick
that
your
pudding money. So
just sit
right.
there. And now he wants to go on a tour. Most comedy clubs have said we will not let you book here. Most legit comedy clubs.
Yeah. Have you heard of any of them that said they will book
Sid
him?
Jewalker said no.
Yeah, Teehee said no way.
Yeah.
Nope. They did have Bob Cosby there a couple weeks ago. No relation, though.
No relation.
Bing Cosby was there. No, it was Bing Crosby. Sorry. Crosby, Stills, and Nash also allowed.
They were there. CSN was there.
Yeah.
A lot of Crosbys.
Yeah.
But
Crosby,
not
Stills,
that
Nash, and Young. Yeah, we're going way back. But Bill Cosby, fuck you.
Agreed.
My nominee is actually Conor McGregor.
Wow.
For calling...
Tread lightly.
Oh, yeah.
Tread lightly.
For calling out, saying that... Dustin Poirier's wife was slipping into his DMs, and
what if she was though?
If it comes out that she was, then I will bite my tongue. But
it'll be a rebuke.
Yeah, but
are we revoking that?
He he's a great salesman, but he's just a terrible person. Like,
yeah, you don't dive into that. I mean, that's kind of the line, right?
Yeah, usually, a family's usually off
right,
offline. You know.
Yep.
But
I mean,
maybe
he didn't have to sell that fight. I mean, I understand selling a fight.
Yeah. I mean,
the
fight was already over.
Sell that fight.
I was gonna buy it regardless.
He's lost 4 of 7 fights. He's done.
Well, I mean,
there's nobody.
If
who do you want to see him fight next?
Let me ask you a question though. If he comes back, he's fully healthy, and he goes out promotes the next fight, will you watch it?
Who's he gonna fight?
It doesn't matter.
If it's,
let's say he fights whatever random guy's number 14 in the division.
Then no, I won't.
No,
I would.
I'm over. I was a huge Conor McGregor fan.
I used to be a Conor. Yeah,
I am.
But
he's
got
McGregor
enough
fan.
people that
I would
love him
maybe
that
watch
he would
him
still sell the fight.
fight
So he's not done.
I would maybe watch him fight Nate Diaz, but only because I like.
What
Nate
if he
Diaz.
fought? What if he fought? Because I know you hate this person too. What if he fought Jake Paul?
I don't. I'm not paying. I'm not giving that guy any of my fucking money.
Okay, that's fair.
Just like I was not going to give Mayweather and fucking McGregor that money either. I went to someone else's house who paid for it and watched it.
I gave him $5.
Yeah.
But isn't it amazing, speaking of this, how quick the downfall is in mixed martial arts?
Yeah.
You look at Chuck Liddell. You look at Tito Ortiz. You look at even
Tyron
Arlovsky.
Woodley.
All these guys who were just... They're skyrocketing, and then they get one lost, and then their bodies.
Ronda Rousey.
McGregor's lost.
Example.
Yeah, great.
I never thought Ronda Rousey was great. I think she was the first.
She was the greatest ever time.
If you took, and this is probably a horrible analogy, but if you took the first WNBA team, and took any WNBA team now, they would kick the fuck out of the original one.
Right.
So Ronda Rousey came in, and she had the Olympic pedigree, and she had all of that, but no woman fighter had ever had the opportunity to fight at that level.
Yeah,
right.
And then so she came in and tore through everyone because no one except for what's her
Holly
name?
Holm.
No, the
Amanda Nunes.
The Brazilian chick.
Is it champion now?
No, she was always on steroids.
Gina. No.
Crypto. Chrono.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What's her name?
It was she was.
I know
what was her name?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Anyways,
the manly woman.
Yeah. So her. I mean, but outside of
Android
that,
or something like that.
Nobody. So
Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
So they didn't have, like you looked at Invicta, which was an all-female, but nobody was at that level.
Right.
Yeah.
So she came in and tore shit. And then she met somebody who actually had trained.
Who knew how to punch her in the face.
Exactly. And
she didn't get punched, she got kicks in the neck.
Well,
so,
yeah.
you saw that
Figure
dominance.
speech.
But once again, it's just like, you look at the evolution of the fight game.
The evolution of...
Specifically mixed martial arts. And these fighters now are training since they're 12 or 10. Mm-hmm. They're not going to judo. They're going to MMA class.
Yeah.
And they're Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and they're karate and they're
learning a little
boxing
bit of
and
each.
they're wrestling.
They're learning some of each.
And so, Ronda Rousey came in and she thankfully changed Dana White's mind about... Because there's no one with more heart than female fighters. I mean, there's nobody.
Some of those
they
fights.
do not
I'd
quit.
say this with all due respect.
Someone showed me a picture.
Are badass.
Someone showed me a picture today of, I can't remember who it was, but she had like a
Jessica Eye.
Jessica Eye, yeah.
Had a third eye, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Holy
insane.
shit.
And you watch that. I mean, there just isn't that heart. And the fact that they're able to now show.
I'll say pretty much every woman, you're correct. But there's a couple guys, the Diaz brothers and Tony Ferguson. Those guys take punches and do not stop. And that's why I like them.
Look at Chris Lieben. That guy, same thing. I mean, that guy's going to end up drooling on himself. But,
that's how Marshall wants to go out, though.
Well, no, I mean, when I get home tonight, I'll do this.
It's called lube, right?
It's called nature's lube,
yeah.
Right.
Well, when are you drooling? I do it all the time.
100%.
Every time Tiff takes her shirt off, I start drooling. I'm like, lube, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's stay on track. Let's stay on track, though.
And then he finishes.
Who's your nominee for Low Life?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Stephen A. Smith.
He even nominated every week.
I love how everyone's up in arms.
I hate you for
Everyone's up in arms. Stephen A. Smith says stupid bullshit all the time to get a rise out of people.
Yeah, I love it.
And then he comes back and I want to apologize. And the Asian community, fuck off. He is a piece of shit, clickbait king.
I love it.
And he didn't do it on purpose. He said it and as he's going. Yeah. But at the end of the day, he doesn't give a fuck. As long as he doesn't get fired and as long as he's getting his paycheck, he doesn't give a shit.
Highest paid employee.
Which
God, I hate
sucks
him
because
so
I cannot watch a second. I could watch Get Up for 24 hours a day. The second First Take comes on, I either want to dive off my deck onto my head and kill myself or find some other show.
I will not watch anything.
Stephen A. Exactly.
I hate Max Kellerman.
I hate Stephen A. Smith. I hate Matt and then the woman, whoever's on there
Janelle,
each day.
Janae or whatever.
Well, they have different ones, but yes.
Carly Cruz
and then they sit there like it's just the greatest thing between these two misogynistic assholes. It's just the greatest job on earth, and it's the worst show on TV.
Wait, what's worse, that or listening to Skip Bayless argue with Shannon Sharp?
Well, obviously nobody. I mean, obviously
or listen
somebody
to Janelle
watches
Janae
that.
say anything.
That one's awful. I can't even understand what Shannon Sharp's saying.
Can we all just agree that Pat McAfee is the greatest out there right now? I love his show.
Yeah, I'm a Colin Cowherd guy too.
I love Matt McAfee. I listen to that every day.
I'm a Russo.
Okay.
Mad Dog Russo.
Yeah, Mad Dog's all right.
Yeah, he's on Mad Dog Channel. But Mad Dog is the same way. He just yells over everybody. Like
he does, but at least he makes sense.
Yeah.
My last nominee is the Olympics.
Agreed.
The Olympics or
for not allowing athletes to compete because of the weed, as Stephen A. Smith would say.
Here's my take on that. I like weed. I'm not against it. I might try it every once in a while. I tried it in college.
I had a couple pots.
But here's the rules. The rules are don't do it.
No, I get that. I understand that aspect.
I
understand that aspect. But it's time for them to move on.
Sport, 100%.
And then when it happened and all this happens, they're like, well, they should almost be like, well, I get it won't be fair to everyone else. But this should be a learning.
And I understand, as anyone who has ever tried marijuana, it is not a performance-enhancing drug.
No, because whenever
But my understanding is it can mask other
it can help with
performance-enhancing drugs.
And it can help with injuries.
So why is that? I don't know why that's a big thing. But
outside of that, there were rules in place. I get it.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing. It's the only drug that you can test positive for that's a plant. That's not processed.
Right.
That you can grow in your garden, cut, and use.
Yeah.
I get it. But at the end of the day...
essentially, the Olympics is...
It's just like if you test positive at your job and you're like, that's bullshit. Motherfucker, you knew you can't drive a UPS truck and test positive for weed. I get it. I would love to be high as fuck and drive a UPS truck. Be a cool job.
That's the law, but...
You know,
be like Ace Ventura.
Right.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree.
Landed right in between them.
Assholes in mirror are closer than they appear.
I take the Olympics more, and that they're actually holding it in Japan, which is one of the hotbeds of COVID.
And it's a state of emergency now, which sucks. And did you see what the IOC president just came out and accidentally
called them Chinese?
Yeah. Which I don't know why that's a big
should
deal.
He be a nominee?
He kind of should.
The IOC president. Stop
I will. 100%. I'll lay this out there. I, at one point in my life, referred to every Asian person that I could tell was Asian as Chinese.
Okay. Yeah.
I was corrected at work one day that they are not all Chinese, and from that day on, move forward. But
you were taught, you learned, you moved on.
Yes.
Everybody makes mistakes, as long as you learn from them. But
yes.
Yeah. Either way, the Olympic Committee... or the Olympics in general.
Well, the Olympics in general are shit.
I love watching the Olympics, but the ideals of the Olympics and everything is stuck back in the 60s, the 50s.
You need to.
It's just it's all about money. It's like the World Cup. I mean, they're holding the World Cup in Qatar, whatever, in the Middle East.
Yeah,
Qatar.
Where it's 120 degrees.
Well, not in December. Now they're changing it after 500 years of having it in the summer. They're now going to have it over Christmas. Which screws up all the European leagues of soccer.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the IOC is all about the money, and now these cities are starting to say, we don't really need the Olympics, nor do we want it.
Well, they just need to make sure the whole sport just needs to say weed's fine. It's not a performance enhancer. Like, let's, especially since she tested positive in a state where it is legal.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
But
anyways, Lola, you got any more nominees?
That's all I got.
So let's just give it to Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. 100%.
He's got to be worse than the Olympics or Conor McGregor or.
Well, he raped women.
Yeah.
And not allegedly.
Not allegedly because he's on record doing. That's how he got his conviction over time.
Yeah, he raped.
Yeah.
on a technicality that had nothing to do with the conviction.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Fuck you, Bill Cosby.
No, 100%.
You make me not want to eat pudding ever again.
No, I don't even eat pudding.
I've got a couple
not,
of
not in public.
No. No. I will say I'm gonna ask you this.
I stole that from Theo Vaughn. He was talking about it the other day on his podcast. It was so funny.
Out of all the 0-calorie snacks you can have, 0-calorie pudding has to be at the top of best tasting 0-calorie snacks.
I don't know if I've ever had 0-calorie pudding.
Because pudding is delicious, actually.
Is all pudding? Not all pudding 0 calories.
Well, tapioca.
Well, obviously not all.
Disgusting.
I don't know if I've ever had 0-calorie pudding.
Well, you need to try it.
I'll try to order some.
It's in the freezer section.
In the freezer section?
Yeah.
Of your local Hy-Vee. Support local.
Yes. 100%.
I have one more thing I want to touch on before we finish up.
Ooh. Me?
Yes. So, obviously, when we're all kids, back in the day, we found our parents' porn collection or dirty magazines. Right?
Did you girls do? Yeah. Did girls do that too?
I don't know. Tiff?
Tiff?
When you were a kid, did you find your parents like porn collection and watch her? How'd you watch porn when you were a kid? Your phone? Oh yeah. Oh, she's young. She's a lot younger than us. She's a lot younger. So this is my
question. 12 years younger than Marshall.
So this is my question. Like it was like, oh cool, I found Dad's porn boner jams, whatever, and you're so excited about it. So now that you have a son, now about 10 years or so, when he starts watching porn, are you gonna be offended that he doesn't tap into your porn stash?
Well, I don't
or do you
think
still have one.
There isn't one.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because
do you feel kind of let down by that now? Because it's like you're like,
I don't know.
Like
I mean,
that was one of the things
you
were looking forward to.
I feel like
is for your kid.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. Like my son's gonna see my boner jams. Is like,
I
is he gonna like him or is he gonna hate him? Like, how's he gonna judge me?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just the level of porn. My son's 5.
Yeah, that's what.
The level of porn in 10 years isn't probably even going to be on a phone. Like, you're going to be in a bodysuit.
Like on
all VR.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be banging chicks.
Like on Demolition Day where they put the thing
Now,
on.
my question is this. When your mom knocks on the door, how do you get out of the boner suit?
Boom.
You know what I mean?
It right back around.
Right? Like, and how is Dad going to get out of the boner suit when he's like, he looks at his watch like, the garage door's opening. How do I
put a sock on the doorknob, Mom?
Yeah. So
you heard the vacuum on.
No, I think it was.
That's a great idea.
I don't know if my dad was necessarily happy. I think it's a level of embarrassment.
Okay.
When your son's whatever, I was 6 when I started masturbating.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, wait, you were at 6?
I thought I was young, but I wasn't that young.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
That's right.
On the playground.
I don't know. I think that's a tough conversation to have. I feel like I have a 15-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
He has a cell. My little cousin. He has a phone. He has an iPad.
What do you guys do for porn? Like, do you get like?
Well, obviously, you can do whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what sites are you using? Like, I want.
Basically,
what are the kids into nowadays?
I mean, at this point, a Cardi B video was the porn I looked at as a 13-year-old.
When you had like stars and you'd see NS like sexual nudity or whatever, or you see like brief nudity.
They didn't have that.
Oh, they had that.
They had. When I was growing up, the big thing was Raiders of the Lost Ark came out.
Yeah, great movie.
And they had a scene where they reached into a guy's chest and pulled their heart out while it was still beating.
Yep.
That's the movie that created PG-13.
Yeah.
So, I've watched like Home Alone. Have you watched Home Alone with your daughter yet?
Yeah, she loves it. Home Alone 1 and 2.
Loves it.
Yeah.
But there's some, the bad words like jerk and hate and stupid that they're taught now. Well, they're taught in school. It's you shouldn't say it.
It's not a nice word to say as a 4-year-old.
But it's funny when they tell me, when I'm like, that's such stupid. My son's like, Daddy, you're not supposed to say stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head, well, there are people that are stupid that you shouldn't say. There's a lot of stuff that's stupid that you need to say. But yeah, so I watched that movie as a PG movie.
Okay.
And, there's just words in there and stuff that he says as an 8 or 10-year-old, whatever it is, where you're like, oh man, you don't want your 5-year-old saying, which is funny because I obviously have 2 albums out that say a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where we were going with this. The tangent. Oh, porn.
Porn. Yeah. Well, all I know is that
the logical jump is from porn to Home Alone.
I just feel upset. I just feel like upset that if I ever have a son someday, he'll never know the experience.
Right.
Of why does Dad have 2 VCRs hooked up to each other in his room?
Well, he'll never know the experience of finding a titty magazine in a homeless shelter.
Yeah, he might.
Or in like a riverbed.
Yes.
He might find a little pocket pussy.
And then
like
your
under
buddies
the
actually have to trade it every 2 days.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
So that you can.
Why is page 9 and 10 stuck together, man?
Yeah.
Well, Lisa Ann was on that page. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you were growing up, did your dad's porn, did the porn stars still have bushes?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only kind I watch.
Now it's back.
It's
Now it's back.
Yeah.
Bush is back.
That's all I Google. I like my rock bands and my porn stars the same. Bush.
There you go.
With that being said, let's wrap it up.
Walt.
Literally wrap it up like porn.
Gotta ask the 8-ball. Ask it a question.
Oh, man.
You gotta shake it and ask it a question.
And don't forget, starting next week, we're going to have Cody King read rap lyrics and make rap songs.
Will there be a third appearance for Walt, a.k.a. MC Lyrical Lehmann, on the Ask the 8-Ball podcast?
That's hard to read.
Said something.
Well, I know it says something. Can you read it? I can't.
What's it say, Cody?
Most likely.
Yes.
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 Well, and we're the winner of this episode.
Well, I'll see you guys next week then.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate it. I have like way more stories.
I know.
Well, that'll be for the
way
third
more
time.
stories.
Yeah. I can't wait.
We also appreciate Truman's Pizza Tavern for having us. Lola's, the BBops for always supporting us.
And if you want to support us some more, sponsor us, give us money, let us know.
Yeah.
You can just say hi. That works too.
Yeah, that works too.
Lisa Ann.
Yeah. Scarlett Joe.
At the real Lisa Ann. I think that's it. I don't know for sure. Make sure Tiff wasn't around. See you guys next time.
See ya.